Glorious Friday afternoon. Welcome to the weekend, everybody. The Rockies and Seattle Mariners getting ready to go. And this is really cool. This happens every once in a while in baseball. And as we have already told you on a couple of occasions, Kyle Freeland will be on the mound for the Rockies. And I think folks know his arsenal very well at this point in time. And
by the way, these two, I bet they faced each other in high school. TJ obviously for Kyle Freeland, but Sam Haggerty went to Mullen High School.
Where you coach. How about that play by Brendan Rodgers? That's why he was a Gold Glover a couple of seasons ago. Get the uni dirty on the first pitch. We've done this every year for a number of years. I like this pickup for Seattle. 2 hops to short, and Carreras will throw out the veteran Polanco. Let's take a look at the Rockies defensively.
Be patient at the plate because you're not worried about somebody getting in on your hands, that's for sure.
And he got in on his hands at 93, a little floater. So Corey Sullivan, you didn't play. You played at Wake Forest, but you played out west as a junior college player.
And we actually did have some games against them as well.
Out of bed, and these guys are all upper 90s.
Well, everybody in the rotation is certainly in the middle 90s for sure.
This is lobbed to shallow left. This will drop for Charlie. And Charlie takes a wide turn and shuts it down. So a leadoff single for Blackman. And we check the leather for Seattle.
Obviously, when I played, it was ho-ho-com. They were down the road.
This is a double play ball. 2 gone on the bouncer to second, handled by Polanco. And that is lathered to center field. Slider that was down and in. Good swing from McMahon. 1-0 on Brendan Rodgers. And this is chopped to Polanco. That was, you saw that a mile away, Mike, couldn't you? He's going to get that top spin second hop. And he kind of walked into it. And it's kind of it's a different
looking, but that's okay because it's going to lead to more damage.
3-2, 2 outs, and that is lined to left, and it is fair. 1 run will score. The trail runner Rodgers is heading home. He'll score, and it's a stand-up double for Montero. And his wonderful early spring continues.
Yeah, I think you look at the 2 pitches prior to that, both
2 different organizations, Dodgers being one, all down in AAA. And that'll be a base hit. Montero around third, and he'll score easily. The ball was overrun by Haggerty. He would not have had a play. And the Rockies have a 3-0 lead, and all of a sudden they've thrown out 5 hits. It's in a Rockies uniform. Runner going, and the throw to second is not going to get Bradley Zimmer. Rockies have been super aggressive here in the opening week of the season. That is their 15th stolen base. That's more than any team in baseball, including tight ends. That's outside, so Hilliard draws a walk. That's 5 straight who've reached since the Chris Bryant double play ground ball. Bullpen's thinking he was going to get a phone call here in the first inning. And that is ball 4. Now they're loaded up for Julio Carreras for the Rockies,
which I've never caught in my life. But I wanted to be able to play every position, and it got me a chance to get in the lineup. And a few years later, I'm playing every day.
Haggerty comes on and puts it away, and the elusive third out finally secured for Seattle. The Rockies scored 3 times. The big blow, a 2-run double from Montero. Swung on and miss. Catch a baseball. There you go.
Pick, man. Our young guys can do some stuff. They bring it every day, I'll tell you that. That's been really refreshing. The guy who just made the play right there has been lights out. I wouldn't say Monty's like a young prospect or anything.
Hey, got that tax write-off.
Oh, make a play. There we go. Yeah, Freeland's cooking.
Yeah. Hey, Mac, outstanding.
Thanks, buddy.
Outstanding stuff. You're the best, man. We appreciate it.
At you. I'll see you later.
Yeah, I mean, Corey was talking about it earlier with an arm slot, but you can see the run that he has on his fastball, and it's an easy 95 that he's featuring here this afternoon.
Seby Zavala may have stolen one, hitting the top of the zone.
At the same time, and then you get into some bad habits.
Yep. Swung on a miss, so Wu beats Bryant with the heater, and back-to-back strikeouts in the second inning, and that'll bring up our buddy Ryan McMahon.
You have to be able to do that, but also you have to understand who's on the mound.
Well, he never threw a pitch once it was 0-2. Yep. The whole sequence never threw a pitch out of the strike zone, and he finally freezes Brendan Rodgers. So he struck out.
Throwing routine a little bit, did some things different. A lot of plyo work, a lot of band work. Just strengthen that shoulder to be able to take on 30+ starts in the season.
So last year you had what? You had the shoulder, which was
work with pitchers. You want to see it better. He wants to get to the big leagues and perform in the big leagues. And today was a good step for me and him to learn one another on the field and start working with one another. Working out here, still tinkering with some things. Want to see some different stuff on TrackMan, the numbers with everything. But no, it's going to be a pitch hopefully that I can take into games and utilize.
I got one last question for you.
He lives here. I haven't golfed with him yet down here in Scottsdale. I mean, he's obviously the tour takes him all over the place. Definitely want to link up at some point and get out, play some golf. No, he's super busy. Obviously,
usually that second year after the surgery is a huge jump in velo.
Well, this is going to, maybe not. Mac, nope, safe. I was going to say it's going to be an infield hit, and it was. A run-scoring hit for Solak. Pull your glove down or your hand. There's one, and Montero actually got back to the bag, but Haggerty's safe. So it's first and third, one out. I don't advise that. This ball's lined to right for Polanco with Solak running. So he'll get to third, and it's an RBI single, with Haggerty running. And in Colorado, he hit 30 bombs last year. And that's a base hit through the left side for France. It's now 4-3 as Haggerty scores and Polanco stops at second. So Seattle throwing out a counterpunch here in the third against John Curtis.
That's good as
up the line. This is lobbed to short. Carreras, did they get two? No. That is the second out of the inning, and that'll bring
$5 fine.
I've been fined a lot.
This is to right, and this is going to drop for Rojas. Not only will it tie up the game, this is going to give Seattle the lead as Ty France on the 3-2 pitch was moving. So he scores. It's a 2-run double for Rojas. And Seattle has taken a 5-4 lead with a 5 spot here in the third. 5-4 Seattle. Matt Caracetti against Ryan Bliss, and that gets past Drew Romo. Going to second, from second to third is Josh Rojas. That'll be a pass ball, and this should get him out of the inning. Caracetti takes the feed from Eleris Montero. And when we come back with Seattle leading 5-4. And Montero retired by Rojas. Let's go downstairs, get to the Rockies dugout. Mark Stout again. And I think in many people's estimations, put up enough numbers that would have warranted Cooperstown consideration. Zimmer gone, 2 outs, and that'll bring up Sam Hilliard against.
Without the injuries, the hip injury in particular, right in the prime years, was a big one.
Now Diaz on 3 pitches strikes out Sam Hilliard. So a 1-2-3 inning for Diaz. 5-4 Seattle. He's got to observe the clock. He's got to watch the hitter. He's got to watch the pitcher. It's not just, okay, I'm going to see if the 97-mile-an-hour. Well, you know what? To me, that gets by. It kind of mirrors what you see. This is in the air to right. Blackman's first opportunity, and Charlie had to reroute. And his throw to third not in time. So tagging up is Trammell. He gets to third, and it's a good at bat for Zavala as he moves Trammell to third with 1 out in the Rockies. Swung on and missed, so Caracetti gets a strikeout. That's a big one. That's out number 2. And Matt Carcetti will work out of it on a ground ball to Brendan Rodgers. Middle of 4, 5-4 Mariners in spring training. And that's a good looking bunt. In fact, the way Carreras runs, he's safe and he's okay. So that'll be an infield hit. So Romo to second, and Julio Carreras, who put it in a marvelous spot, will have a bunt single. Working with him all the time, but didn't get to see him play a ton. And then to see him go deep, that's in the center field. That was wide of the mark, and Rockies take advantage on that throwing error by Diaz. Romo to third, Carreras to second. So Charlie is the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Chris Bryant. This should tie up the baseball game. And in right center field, Trammell makes the catch. Drew Romo will jog down the line. Sac fly for Chris Bryant. 5-5, moving from second to third on the deep fly ball as well. Julio Carreras. So a productive at bat for Chris Bryant. And he got him with a sweeper. That'll end the inning. The Rockies will leave a runner at third. They get even on the sac fly by Chris Bryant. Part of that 5-run third inning. He would also later come around to score. Jam shot, and Carreras can't get there, so another hit for Polanco. Cole Young's the pinch runner. Mack could feed. Rodgers on to first. That's a fancy double play around the horn. And he got him. Good inning for Bird. Gave up a bloop single to Polanco. Got a double play ball, then strikes out Chavis. 5-5, middle of 5. We're in Scottsdale. Glad as always you're along. One out, and it's a long throw for Rojas, and it'll be an infield hit for Rodgers. So second hit for Brendan, second in. Bean was going there.
Yep. They called a balk.
So Bean goes to second.
I guess that was the third time. There goes Zach.
And he's out.
Especially spinning away from him, he was expanding.
That's a good take. Another, to Mike Blauer's point, another at bat where he sees a wealth of pitches and he wins the AB. So with Aaron, Sterling Thompson, good looking prospect for the Rockies. And he takes off, and Ford is going to throw him out. He got the absolute, that wasn't a pitch out, but it might as well have been. Got a perfect pitch to throw on.
Yeah.
And Zimmer hits a high fly ball to deep left. It's got some carry to it, and it's going to get on out. Opposite field home run for Bradley Zimmer. And the Rockies back in front 6-5. Came off the bat at almost 106 miles an hour. You could tell he got it on the barrel. It was loud.
It was definitely loud.
And this ball is lathered to deep right center field. This is going to take one hop off the wall. And Sam Hilliard with those long, beautiful strides into second with a double. Kind of strong. And Drew Romo hits this ball to right center field and deep, and it is caught out there by Clase. What a wonderful grab that was. Jonathan Clase taking extra bases from Romo and keeping a run off the board. And Rojas gets this one deep right center and gone. Right over the 390 mark to tie it up at 6. Well, Josh Rojas We saw him quite a bit the last few years in Arizona. He has the ability to hit.
Yeah, I'm going to say that was a case of speeding up the bat, though.
To short, Alan Trejo's there, and the former San Diego State Aztec infielder and pitcher. I really hope it doesn't happen again in 2 innings. That's ball 4. So Trammell to first. 0-2. And that is what Harry Ford's saying right now. First. Hill knows he's not allowed to catch the baseball. You know that Major League rule. So Tolia has to run about 100 feet to make the grab to end the inning.
But if not, I'm kind of used to being the fourth outfield guy. I know how to play that role, but I do believe I have a lot in the tank, a lot to offer this team on both sides of the baseball.
Balls 2 strikes on another guy that's young and powerful and can run, Mr. Beck, and he gets under this one just a notch.
It's got that spin, though.
Wow,
Yeah.
It's off the wall. Polkovich. Lost it in the sun, but that thing had carry to it.
That's got miss guy.
This is playable for a guy who was a Rocky a year ago, Cole Tucker. So that'll be a disappointing at bat for Amador, and that he could. Michael struggled a lot from the right side last year, but he's done a lot of this. He had a couple hits in the last couple of games from the right side, and he's got a 2-out RBI double to give the Rockies a 7-6 lead. Well, as I was saying earlier, early stages of spring training. In the air to center field, fairly deep but playable out there for Clase. That'll end the inning. A fly ball triple off the wall by Jordan Beck, and then the 2-out double by Tolia puts the Rockies in front 7-6. That's a beauty. Painted the outside corner, and Clase's gone. That'll bring up Cole Young. Sterling Thompson.
In your first big league camp, did you know that it was coming your way, or were you surprised that you made the team?
You think I may never get that chance again?
That's exactly right. We were talking about it earlier with some of the other guys too. It's about getting opportunities and taking advantage of them when they come your way.
Yep. Evan Justice took advantage of his opportunity in the 7th. 1, 2, 3, a couple of strikeouts, including years of age. I can call somebody by their first name, right?
You can.
Yeah. That's down the right field line. Extra bases for Sterling Thompson, the Florida Gator. Thompson picking up Warren Schaefer, and he'll shut it down as he rounds second. Well, Sterling Thompson is another, and there's a bunch of them. Young.
You got to make the play.
You were the outfielder. I deferred to you. You're the center
tried.
fielder. Hunter Goodman gone against Holden Laws, so Thompson remains at second. Why do you say unfortunately? I mean,
You don't want that.
I know, we don't. That's into center field for a base hit. Sterling Thompson around third. He's coming home. And Alan Trejo has an RBI single. 8-6 Colorado. They're 2.
Right.
This ball's loud to left field for a base hit. So Coco Montes. And Trejo is trying to get to third, and he will. A sneak attack going first to third with the ball right in front of him. Well, it goes to the point Mike Flowers was trying to make a moment ago. Bouchard throws this out to left field, tagging at third is Trejo, and the throw will go to the middle of the diamond. Trejo scores. Sac fly for Bouchard. Second run in the inning, and the Rockies are now +3 on the scoreboard.
Fans are needing to fall asleep is so hard.
3-2. And Beck goes down against Laws. That'll end the inning. But the Rockies score a couple of times on 3 hits and a sac fly. 9-6. They lead as we go to the 8th inning at Salt River Fields at Talking Stick. Catcher for the Mariners, and he's got himself a knock. Big league time with Pittsburgh as well. This is going to stay fair. And Michael Toglia applies the tag. Scheffler to second. And that's to the backstop. On the wild pitch, Scheffler to third.
That's exactly the case, because the guys that are starters, they're not sticking around. Once their day is done, they're leaving.
I'm going to offer it a flip sideway.
Oh. Wilcox with an 0-2 count on Gilliam. And that's strike three.
Thing goes well, to your point, sometime in April. Whoa. Threw that behind him. So hopefully it's good news with Matt, because he'll be critical back into the bullpen. At some point during the summer, there's an opportunity for you.
Ford draws a walk. A hit, 2 walks, 2 wild pitches in the inning for Kyle Wilcox. Slowly hit towards second. And Thompson completes the play. A run in the 8th inning for Seattle. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 8, 9-7 Colorado. Fields. We'll be on the air for those. Amador draws a walk. Okay, this is our 1 through 5. Well, the reality is, just like that, you're going to need 8, 9, 10. You know, you hope it's not more than that.
No, but you have to be prepared for that.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Walked. And this is lost in shallow center. The guy who lost it was Leo Rivas. Fortunately, Clase saw it the whole way, and he makes the catch. 0-1, and he got jammed a little bit. Get the second out on Toglia, so it'll be first and third, 2 gone for Hunter Goodman. This is playable in foul ground. Now it's in fair territory. And I'm looking at the flags, fellas, and there's not, at least doesn't appear to be a ton of wind. Hunter Goodman gets an RBI single on a pop-up. Right center field, Clase got a good jump. He sees it and makes a catch to retire Alan Trejo. So the Rockies come up with a gift run, 10-7, as they're looking for 3 more.
It can be better, because you may not ever have to leave where you are.
There's some trips.
There's
where you guys stay overnight.
Yeah, there's some 3.5, 4-hour bus rides where he was on my flight on the way home, and he said all of 0 words to me.
Because he knew he was going to have to spend the whole summer with you. That's a base hit for Cole Young. Sveen fields it on a hop. 1 out, 1 on. Hogan Windish coming up for Seattle.
I couldn't remember the name of the.
And we would. This ball's loud to left center field, and it is caught out there by Bouchard. I thought that was a tweener off the bat of Windish. That's the second out. Anyhow, the first time I went there.
For 2 on my list, you'd be number 1.
This ball's well hit left field and got a chance to get out, and it will. 2-run home run for Matt Scheffler to make it 10-9. By the way, that was the final score yesterday. Rockies 10 and the Cubs 9. This ball's well hit to right, but right at Zach Veen, and that'll end the ball game. The Rockies will prevail 10-9